everybody, one of Weezem here. We've taken a look at Spring Ahead Dive Bomber, and of course over there we've got Easter Thrillipede, or Excited Thrillipede as he is more commonly known in proper terminology. That said, in addition to the two kind of Easter alt decos that they sent out today, good folks at Skylanders Game also sent out the brand new Land Race Action Pack. That's what we're going to be taking a look at this time. I've not seen it in stores yet. That said, I haven't really had good luck with finding anything in stores here locally. But I can tell you Amazon has it. And people that placed the pre-orders actually started getting them, I think, earlier this week. So basically Monday, Tuesday type time frame. So what this is going to do, it's pretty exciting. We get what I believe is the final land vehicle. Well, not for me, because I still haven't found the Tomb Buggy and Bone Bash Roller Brawl. But if you've gotten everything as it's gradually come out, this will be your final land vehicle, you know, outside of alt decos, power blues, things of that nature, I believe, if I'm thinking correctly. The most important thing for some of you in terms of new content outside of the character and vehicle, it's going to be your, you know, land cup. That, of course, is going to have Count Moneybone on it. It'll unlock the new tracks. It'll let you do the boss pursuit, all that good stuff. We're going to cover that in the 100% blind playthrough, but it'll be after the, you know, like story mode and everything else. So we're actually not that far away from that point, believe it or not. But anyway, just kind of recap, you got the Chaos Cup here. We got that in the Dark Edition starter pack. Then we've got the Golden Queen in the Sea Race Action Pack. That one I believe was Gilgrunt and Reef Ripper. Right here we have got Wolfgang, and that's pretty cool. They picked some good villains, kind of like the Doom Raiders, if you will. And then of course Count Moneybone, which go back to your 3DS Swap Force version and play that. You'll get a good feel for Count Moneybone. But what we want to do is take a look at this. It's been a long time since we've had a triple pack, a Land Race Action Pack, anything outside of a single pack, really. And I have to tell you, Double Dare Trigger Happy looks awesome. Now, I've been excited about this guy since the very first, like, teaser trailer. And you can kind of see Trigger Happy zooming along on the beach in his, like, sort of like Evel Knievel stunt suit, I was dubbing it at the time. It looks legit. And I'm very, very excited about that. So we've got Double Dare Trigger Happy. Of course, he remains Tech Element. Right there, you've got, if that looks strange to you, it's like, why is it not symmetrical skull? That's Count Moneybone. That's how he looks. So he is the Land Race Trophy. And then right there, we have got the Goldrush. You'll get a better look at it all here in a second. But there's kind of the artwork on the packaging. Looks like a pretty potent combination there, I have to say. There's Count Moneybone. Look at that goofball. See what I was saying about the non-symmetrical skull? But pretty cool stuff. We'll flip this over. There's kind of, again, if the colors are off, that's often a good place to get legit colors, is right there kind of on the toy artwork. Not artwork, but, you know, like image, if you will. So Double Dare Trigger Happy. We get his Gold Rusher. There's our land trophy. Again, Count Moneybone. And, Ensemble de Course. Terrestre Furious. Anyway, yeah, we'll go English here. So open epic new racetracks and race against super boss villains. So right there, you've got epic new land racetracks. Oh, that's going to be cool. Stereotypically speaking, the graveyard, the cemetery, the haunted house track, I don't care what kart racer it is. I don't care what console, what platform. Almost guaranteed that's going to be one of the best tracks, if not the best track in the entire game. Pac-Man World Route, I mean, pretty much across the board with my playing experience, that's been true. So I'm pretty stoked about this already. Kind of has like an evil funhouse feel. And it may not even be a cemetery there. It might just be Pendergast in a jungle, but it looks like a haunted jungle, at least from that angle. I don't know. We'll see. We've got, Broccoli Guy. That's pretty cool. Pinata Battle Villains and Championship Tournaments. We've got Defeat and Race as Villains, so essentially take down Moneybone, race as Moneybone. You know the drill. Challenge Mirror Race Mode, which, again, kind of to be expected there if you play Mario Kart. And you can race against your friends. So, once again, I haven't really gotten to do jack squat much of anything with the racing. That will all change. The plan, I didn't know this stuff was coming, and so my plan tonight I was actually going to go through mainly because I hate the lighting right now. I recorded High Volts upgrades the other night, and I hate the lighting. It's after chapter 38. We're at the Academy. 39, I think, is like a standalone section from what I can tell. But I was planning on playing that tonight, but then, this stuff came, so I can't complain. But what I do think I'll do is probably, I might do an introduction and see how we like it, and then I might go ahead and just stick to that plan. See if we can get better lighting for these introductions and upgrades. But like I said, we are getting very close to completing the game. So right there, when you take Double Dare Trigger Happy and you combine him with his signature vehicle, the Goldrusher, you get the supercharged version there, which that looks pretty wild and wacky. But that, of course, will unlock some specialty mods there, the supercharged side of things. So Deep Dive Gilgrunt, the Reef Ripper, and the Sea Trophy. I keep wanting to upgrade him, and I swear every time I'm going to do it, something comes up. So just for those of you that maybe just do the unboxing videos here or something, if all goes according to the fiendish plan, tomorrow I should be getting another package, and it will be some pretty cool stuff. I can't release it, I guess, until the 25th at like 8 a.m. my time or something, but it's going to be pretty cool, so you'll want to see that. We'll get some more unboxing here, and again, if I could ever find the 2-pack, I want to get the dual pack, Bone Bash Roller Brawl and the Toon Buggy. We'll unbox that. Man, everything keeps falling out. This one we got lucky on, so we'll just start with it. That is the Goldrusher, the sticker sheet. Again, your sticker can go on notebooks, books, siblings, pets, walls, folders, your Power-A stackable tackle boxes, shoe boxes, storage totes, whatever you want to use them with. While I'm thinking of it, I forgot to bring back and showcase the Thrillipede one. So here is Double Dare Trigger Happy. This is more important because this is his standard form. But Strength 150, Armor 110, Agility 170, Luck 270, and again, name tag included as well. So we will set that down, and here it is. We'll go ahead and kind of break everything loose. If you want to cut these out to use for your storage containers or labeling purposes, cut the tape here first. This one is tape, that way you won't tear it. Me, I don't care about that. I know I have my system. I know exactly where everything is. And if I don't, I just open up all the containers one by one until I find what it is I'm looking for. So it works for me. Don't question it. Here we go. All right, so let's start here with the cup. It's the world's tiniest. It's kind of like the size of a bathroom cup, really. Those little Dixie ones you had when you were a kid, Or at least I did. I don't know, the paper ones, and if you left water in it too long, it would like leak through. You know what I'm talking about. Children of the 80s and early 90s, I'm sure. Anyway, right here, Count Moneybone. Very cool touch here. The first thing I noticed, and it kind of looks smoky at first, but now you can kind of see, that is your earth element vibe. So I like that. That, again, not necessarily earth element in this case, but land for our land vehicles, which there are the most of, which makes sense since it's the mandatory stuff. But again, that is a pretty accurate facial depiction of Count Moneybone, I would have to say. So pretty cool stuff there. He's kind of an endearing villain. I'm somewhat of a fan of his, if you have not figured that out. Here it is. This is what I've been waiting for. This is really the highlight of this to me. And you have to realize, one of the reasons I'm so excited about this, if you're sitting there like, man, I have so many Trigger Happies, I don't need another one. Well, it's not just a wow pal this time, where you can have, switch pass, yada yada. This is a deal just like the other Superchargers that are returning characters. Double Dare Trigger Happy will have completely reimagined upgrades, and that applies to base upgrades, upgrade pass, and soul gem. So the old Trigger Happy you know and love, there's probably some elements of that, but if you ever thought, man, I wish he did something different, or I wish there was something else that might suit me better, this is the guy for you. Now, I've done myself a favor. I've not looked at any upgrades. I haven't reviewed them. I only do that for the first time when I introduce the character, which that's what I'm really wanting to do. And so it's all going to kind of be new to me. That said, based on aesthetics, this is pretty cool. So number one, you note on his golden gun here, it's got like a flip-up scope, ring of fire type thing. Appears to be a revolver this time around to some degree. I can only start imagining what Trigger Happy might do with fire included. He's got sort of, I mean, like I said, when I first saw him in that teaser trailer, the cape, the sort of like stunt suit, racing suit, fire hazard, safety suit thing, it's just got this Evel Knievel vibe to it. It's almost like a Daredevil stuntman Trigger Happy, and of course when you look at his name, Double Dare Trigger Happy, that bides into that whole stuntman type philosophy and mentality, Daredevil vibe. It's gonna be pretty cool, I think. So again, if you've kind of like, man, you know, I was done with Trigger Happy and Swap Force, there's just too many of him, he's back and he's reimagined, so keep that in mind. That said, you've got the typical tech element base here, which is pretty nice because the gears are kind of like freestanding. You know, in the past they've been contoured to the base. This time they just kind of do their own uptick. The cogs actually do kind of run together, so it appears somewhat functional. You've got the Tech Element logo here on the base, black base, very nice contrast there, with our typical like copper plated Rift engine. You got the Tech Element logo on your timing chain cover there. He's got one foot kind of like in the plenum area and on the valve cover, so keep in mind he's a little dude. Anytime you play him, whether it be in Giants, whether it be in SSA, Trap Team, whatever you might be doing, Trigger Happy is a small little gremlin. And that's kind of cool in some cases. So he laughs hysterically. He's really one of the best faces of the franchise, in my opinion, because he's totally unique to it, and he's well liked. Even if you've got a ton of them, you keep buying them. Don't lie. But he's just a fun, you know, quirky character that I think embodies the Skylander spirit. So he's sort of, I don't know if he's like aiming, winking, showing off. Who knows exactly what he's doing here, but it's pretty hilarious. So again, the cape is actually a pretty cool touch in my opinion. The stunt suit itself sort of appears to be a white and orange color scheme. He's even got like the little tassels coming off the glove on both hands. That is super cool. It's stereotypical of like, you know, the 70s, Elvis, Evel Knievel, that type of a thing. So right there, sort of on the helmeted side or padded cushion on the head, whichever it may be. It's got like the same piping there, the little pop-up kind of adds some detail. It appears to be like, that is actually a Tech Element cog. I was going to say it's kind of like a sunshine type deal. If you look closely, the way it's got kind of like the cathedral ports on it, that would be like a gear cog, and then right there you can kind of see like the inner structure like it was cast or something. So that is the case. It's also very well detailed on his ears. In the past it seems like that was not present. It was probably textured, but that almost looks like it would be like a soft fur if we were to start petting him for some reason. So there is Double Dare Trigger Happy. His slogan, as you should know, no gold, no glory. And let's take a look here at his classic, now legendary bio. Trigger Happy is more than his name, it is his solution to every problem. Nobody knows from where he came. He just showed up one day in a small village, saving it from a group of terrorizing bandits by blasting gold coins everywhere with his custom crafted shooters. Similar tales were soon heard from other villages, and his legend quickly grew. Now everyone in all of Skylands knows of the crazy gold slinger that will take down any bad guy, usually without bothering to aim. And that's really true. His attacks, they don't do much damage. People kind of brush it off, but it's the quantity. And bouncing bullets remains one of my favorite upgrades of all time, just because in SSA you had so many like barrack type things, you know, and troll fields and everything where you're down in like the trenches, and instead of like rushing right in and getting meleeed by a greaser troll, you could shoot around the corner with bouncing bullets. Very cool and effective here. So I'm actually going to skip over and not look at his upgrades as much as I want to, but right here, just for comparison, assuming this is correct, we will verify it in game. Max health 300, seems like that's been bumped up a little bit. Speed 50, armor 18, critical hit 6, elemental power, of course, 25. So that is Double Dare Trigger Happy. We're going to come now, and we've kind of got, we haven't had to do it in forever, but I feel like I had a pretty good little setup going for our vehicle description. So what we will do first is actually take a look at this thing. This is the Gold Rusher. What I like about it, it's kind of got like a hemi-orange accent job to the vehicle. So you've got, of course, it's trigger happy. It's gold wheels. Pretty interesting setup because you kind of got what would appear to be 4 wheels in the rear. Again, I assume that's the case. I'm not 100% sure till we see it rolling. It could just be like cogs or something. Even rotors for all we know. The cockpit, very nice. The maroon or burgundy seat kind of stands out, makes it pop from the rest. The vehicle frame itself is sort of like a throwback, kind of like a pale white, not really a bone color, a little glossier than that if you kind of follow my drift. And that's a nice color. He's got the open headers up tilted here, angled, slash cut if you will. Hemi orange kind of blazing there on the actual engine. This is very close to a real engine here, which then makes you wonder why the exhaust is down there too. But there's the Tech Element logo while we're on this side. But right here you sort of got like what you would assume would be like his air intake. You got the Hemi orange valve covers here. We've got the kind of a different sort of a timing chain there, so it kind of looks like he might be set up a bit different than other characters. We've got 3 tubes coming out. So again, that's kind of like your engine. And then there's that, so I don't know, but it's decorative, it's cool, who knows, maybe this is just for throwing fire, but it looks like it might roll decently. This is actually a rubber, same on that, and I think even these 2 in the middle are. So you've kind of got a unique, it just looks like a number 2 Phillips screw, kind of slinging it all together there. About all I can say. What I'm really wanting to do now, and then again you've got another exhaust set here coming up out of the body, so let's go ahead. I think you can see that. So not the smoothest roller, but hey, it gets the job done and it looks good doing it. So again, kind of the color scheme here, white, gold, and Hemi orange, which I don't know, to me it's kind of like late 60s, early 70s Street Machine type of a vibe, so it works nicely. That said, what we want to do here is pick up our handy dandy book. And I think the way I was doing this, okay, so his attacks, primary will be the currency cannon. Press attack 1 to rapidly destroy your enemies with sweet, sweet gold. So that sounds very similar to what I believe would essentially be like Trigger Happy's old school primary. His next attack is Triggered Happy Mines. Tap attack 3 to drop Triggered Happy Mines. So that kind of sounds boomerish. Let's come in here, and what I want you to see is this statistical table here. Again, I wish there were numbers there, but there's not. So there's armor, top speed, and acceleration. I think in those little snippets in the game, I think this is the quickest vehicle. Like, isn't it? I think I've read that in there. Handling, weight, obviously it's fairly light. Low armor, that's the weakest link there. Coming in, let's... what do I do? Well, we'll do it this way. Performance mods, you've got the Poppin' Sparkers plus 450 armor, minus 10 acceleration. Canyon Jump Boost, plus 10 top speed, minus 10 handling. Show Sparklers, plus 20 handling, minus 10 weight. And then the Supercharged specific there, you've got the Tailpipe Flares, plus 150 armor, plus 5 top speed, plus 5 acceleration, plus 5 handling. That's quite the setup there. Now, specialty mods, you've got the Cogwheel Track, minus 150 armor, plus 5 top speed, acceleration, and handling. Gearwork Kit, plus 450 armor, minus 10 handling. You've got the Coin Cycle, plus 5 top speed, 10 acceleration, minus 10 weight. And then you've got the Supercharged component, the Short Fuse Quads for minus 10 on the top speed, but plus 20 on the handling. Tailpipe Flare is negative 150. I think we read that positive 150 the first time. So the horn options, just since they're here, they all 4 look the same on every vehicle, if you haven't figured that out yet. But Clink Clankers, the Gilded Gizmo, the Widget Whir, and the Honkamajig. So using Goldrush, let's get it back in the screen here. Individual shots from Currency Cannon are weak. If you expect to clear out the drivers in front of you, you need a steady hand to hold targets long enough to deal even moderate damage. Once you reach the front of the pack, Triggered Happy Mines are an excellent way to hold the lead. Leave them anywhere other racers need to go, such as in front of boost pads or power boxes, you cruel driver. Avoid contact when possible. Goldrusher can't handle being roughed up by heavier vehicles. Its handling isn't bad, but a nudge at the wrong time could result in dropping a few spots. Now, if your buddy got the Goldrusher, he's slaughtering you, you can't figure out how to beat him, here's what we've got for racing against Goldrusher. Goldrusher might be the least fearsome sight in your rearview mirror. That's not good. The individual shots from Currency Cannon barely do damage. If you're overtaking Goldrusher, don't drive directly behind it. Move to the side to avoid any exploding barrels left in its wake. So, interesting stuff there. Again, we'll kind of get him introduced. Double Dare Trigger Happy, do his upgrades, work on his quests, introduce the Goldrusher with another driver, supercharge it, see how he does, take on the second quest, do the supercharge challenge. And like I said, believe it or not, we are actually close to finishing the game and moving into the racing side of the main game here. So that's it. Very, very sweet stuff. This is, again, the Goldrusher. It is paired with Double Dare Trigger Happy, so that's your supercharged combination. Both of these, vehicle and driver, have a power blue alt deco that you can be on the lookout for. It raises awareness for autism, so be on the lookout for those. Should be available now if you check around. I think most people are finding them at Walmart. Of course, once more, we have the cup that unlocks the additional tracks and content. This one, target villain, of course, being Count Moneybone, featured, whatever you want to say. So that is that. Again, this was sent out by the good folks at Skylanders game. The sheet does mention it, but doesn't really tag anything special. Yeah, defeat and then race the super boss villains like Moneybone, Battle Villains Championship, Challenge Mirror Mode, Race with Friends. So because it's standard, there's no need to have any special stories there, covered with the standard stuff. But very excited. I'm gonna get this video editing, then I'm gonna have it upload. The others I think should be done uploading. I'll start releasing those slowly through the night, so people in Australia will be seeing them in the daytime, just like old times. But for myself, Double Dare Trigger Happy, the Goldrusher, Count Moneybone, the epic fun times that await. This is kind of the conclusion of the, essentially race action packs, if you will. We had Sky, we've had Sea, and now we've got land. So everything is covered again. It gets confusing with the elements still. This will kind of wrap that up for most people, unlock all the rest of the content. And like I said, I mean, we're like, 10-12 chapters away from completing it. I was making pretty good progress on that. I'll try to continue doing so. Once that's wrapped up, we're going to finish up our upgrades, our quests, supercharge challenges, and then we're just going to go kind of back into the race side of the game. Go through there, do all the races, all the cups, try to unlock, defeat everybody. So we've still got a lot of content to go. I kind of try to divide it up evenly, but like I said, focus right now will remain on the main platforming side of the game. So be sure to subscribe if you're missing out on those. Release them at 10 a.m. But I kind of alternate that with Minecraft, and then Skylanders Research is daily at 4 p.m. Unboxings, we just throw those up whenever we want. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Again, you've got to admit, even if you were maybe burned out on Trigger Happy, he looks awesome. Just looks fun. Is probably the type of character that you're going to see in an unboxing or an introduction perhaps, and you're going to want to go buy him, even if you've got the whole fleet of him. Again, he just looks like he's having a good time. Makes you want to play as him, essentially. So that's what I'm going to go do, so I hope you get to do the same thing here very soon. Again, if you haven't seen these in your local stores, be on the lookout. Tell people you're on the hunt. Maybe your local GameStop can hold them for you, something like that. Have seen them on Amazon if you want to bring them in. Avoid the hassle of shopping around locally, whatever floats your boat. But hopefully you have a good time with it. If you learned a little something, feel free to leave a like. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Let me know your thoughts on Double Dare Trigger Happy, the Goldrusher, Count Moneybone. If you would have put a different villain on the trophy, which race action pack has been your favorite thus far. Whatever you want to talk about, throw it down in the comments section. If you get super into this stuff, check out the Skylander Club forum at skylanderclub.com. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, thanks for watching, and myself and Double Dare Trigger Happy will catch you back for his introduction.